Can't tell you too much about this one, folks. No matter how much I look, I just can't seem to find a lot of information. But this is Elysion from NEC Interchannel and Tokyo Shoseki. It's an action RPG, one of the few for the NES, and was released in 1988. Can't tell you too much about it, honestly. What you're seeing in the playthrough is basically everything I know about the game. It's fairly well received. Of the 2 different ratings it's gotten, it comes in at about a 7.5, which is not too bad. I can't even find reviews of the damn thing, viewers. But there's it's what can I say? It's not too bad. From the little bit I got to play, it's all right. There's nothing really great special about it, but it's pretty decent. Let's see. Here's actually an introduction via walkthrough. Elysion is a pretty good. This is quoting. Elysion is pretty good, if potentially bland RPG. Some garish background colors notwithstanding. In this turn-based overhead view RPG, which is an unusual combination, you play as a hero of one of 4 different races, differentiated by favorite weapon, magic ability, and strength, who need to find 10 scrolls and a holy sword to defeat the enemy Baal. You have the first initial quest, then inns open up around the world and you can travel over a cross-shaped continent and into dungeons to seek out scrolls. You also need 3 special jewels to resolve your holy sword's power. There's nothing shocking about the plot, and you don't have much humor either. Some of the monsters are goofy looking and never give names. There are weapons and places, but the weapons and place names are uninspired, but the mechanics are all there. The 4 different classes are clearly different, yet each has its own way to forge forward quickly. Minos uses swords and can hack through everything to the point that you don't need the full strength holy sword to win. Their magic is adequate. Alex are primary magic users, which allow them to duck and cast spells. Their strength is so weak that they cannot use the best non-god armor till late in the game. More specifically, around the point you find the god shield and armor, Diania can make... There's some punctuation problems there. Diania can make use of bows, but they aren't much stronger than Alex. Vikram are like Minos, but have more spellcasting, less punch with weapons. There's no wrong choice, and each class gives a different ending as well as a different strategy. And Elysion is worth playing again. You can often duck monsters in places who aren't supposed to be, yet to get a quick jump. And there's a Dark Knight who can wipe you out quickly but gives lumps of experience. The mazes are not too terrible, although by the end I wished a few of the dungeons with scrolls were tougher. And you even learn where to go to solve quests that give you a level. I even encountered a problem with my Alex after playing with my Minos. The solution didn't quite sit right with me. It's counterintuitive and only vaguely hinted at. I realized once I saw what was happening. That's about it though. I guess an NES can only fit so much within the ROM available, and the graphics and big mazes it put in were much better than text. Some of the later player levels are a pain to get through, even if you find a convenient experience mill, and some of the dungeons are pitifully small, but once you learn to duck around the map and map things out, it's really a nice game, whether you play it through yourself or use this guide in conjunction with my maps. Tell you what, buddy, I'm not going to be using your guide, even though it looks very, very in-depth. If that's how you've written things, I'm probably not going to do it, because that's kind of complicated. Controls were kind of meh. The battle system is a little weird. It looked like I was hitting things when I wasn't. Looked like things were hitting me when they weren't, and it looked like I was getting hit when things weren't hitting me. But I think if I sat down and gave it a little more time, it could be worth playing.